Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Lois here. In today's video we are going to learn how to cut and sew this beautiful gown you are seeing on your screen. So if this is what you like watching, let's dive into the video. So we took the half length of 17.5 from the shoulder, then the chest line from the shoulder to the breast point to the under bust, and the 1.5 inches we add for the bust dart alteration. Then we took the full back measurement 17.5 and added 3/4 inch seam allowance. The next thing we did was for us to take the shoulder slant of 3/4 and took the neck width. After marking the neck width, we took the neck depth for the front, which is 6.5. We used our ruler to connect the neck width to the neck depth, and after connecting it, we used our straight ruler to connect from the shoulder width to the shoulder slants. Next, place your tape at that shoulder slant line, mark 1.5. After marking the 1.5, carry your tape, place it on the nipple to nipple line, and on the bust point line, that center line you see me placing my tape, go up by 1 inch and come down by 1. Take 1 inch, and by the side take 1.5. The next thing you are going to do, you place your tape at the hem of the line, that is the true waist length. Mark 1.5 at the downside, and then at the midpoint side you take half an inch. Use your ruler to connect the lines. So after using your straight ruler to connect the lines to the under bust, the next thing we'll do, we use our French curve to connect from the under bust and form a curve to that 1 inch we came down by from the breast point. We'll do the same to the other side. After connecting it with our French curve, the next thing we'll do, we'll still pick our French curve again to that shoulder slant. We'll place our French curve from that 1 inch we came up from the breast point, and then use it to connect to that tip. After connecting to that tip, we'll go down by that 1.5 again at that armhole area and still connect that line. So the next thing we are going to do is for us to place our tape at that shoulder slant and extend our line by marking 1.5 inch. That 1.5 that we removed at that center that I shaded, we are going to remove it, and we are going to extend that line. After extending that line, we are going to replace that 1.5 at the bust circumference. So after that, we'll take the bust measurement, the circumference divided by 4, and then we are going to add a 1.5 inches seam allowance plus 2 inches seam allowance. So we are going to use our French curve and then connect that armhole area just as I am doing. After doing that, we are going to use our tape and impute our under bust circumference. After imputing the under bust circumference, the 2.5 inches that we removed, we are going to replace it and then add 2 inches seam allowance. Then we'll go to the under bust area and then put our under bust circumference plus what we shaded out that we'll cut, which is 2 inches plus 2 inches seam allowance. Then we'll use our ruler to connect the points. So after connecting with our ruler, the next thing we are going to do, we are going to place our tape from the bust point, that is at that armhole area. We are going to mark 1.5 and then connect it to the bust point to avoid gaping at that armhole area. That is our bust dart alteration. So it is time for us to cut our pattern and then close the bust dart. So if you have watched up to this point, please feel free to subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. Turn on the notification bell so that you will not miss out on any of our beautiful tutorials. We have other beautiful tutorials on our channel. Please do well to watch them so that you will learn one or two. So it is time for us to draft the back panel. So what we did, we took the half length for the back and added 1 inch for seam allowance. We took from the shoulder to the chest line and marked the line. We also took from the shoulder to the half length. The next thing we did was to take the shoulder slope of 3/4 and took the neck width of 3.5 plus half an inch that we added, which is total of 4 inches, and then the neck depth we did 3 inches. Depending on what you want, you can make any neck depth that you want. So we used our ruler to connect the lines. So the next thing I did was to connect the shoulder slope, and after which I placed my tape at that shoulder tip there under the shoulder slope and measured what was left and marked the midpoint. From there I went inwards by half an inch and then connected that line to the shoulder tip and to the armhole. Then after doing that I used my French cuff to connect it. So it is time for us to eliminate the zipper bulge at the back. So we went inwards by 1 inch, not at the zipper line. Remember we removed 1.5 for the zipper. So I went inwards by 1 inch and then connected that 1 inch at that waistline to the zipper line as the starting point of the neckline. From there I started taking 1.5 inches all the way down and then used my ruler to draw that line all up. So the next thing I did was for me to impute my bust measurement, bust divide by 4 plus 2 inches seam allowance, through waist circumference divide by 4 plus 2 inches seam allowance. Then I used my ruler to connect. After connecting, it was time for me to cut my pattern. The down part is going to be a half circle flake. So in order for us to calculate what we are going to cut for the flake and the number of yardage or inches of material we are going to fold, let's do this calculation together. Now we have the total length of the gown to be 57 inches. Her upper length, the true waist length, is 17.5 inches. Now, if that 17.5 inches is for the upper part, which we cut on the pattern, we are going to subtract 17.5 from the full length to get the length of the flake. Now, when we subtracted 17.5 from 57, we got 39.5. So the true waist length is the true waist circumference is 40. We added 4 inches to that true waist circumference, which gave us 44. So we are dividing that 44, which is the circumference of our true waist, by 3.14. Now that 3.14 is formula for half circle flake. So after dividing it, we got 14.18. So this 14.18 is what we are going to use to cut for the width of cut. Now for us to know the total number of fabric we are going to fold, we are going to add this 14.18 plus the 39.5 inches, which gave us 53.58. Now this 53.58 is the number of yardage we are going to, inches we are going to fold on the fabric. Then we added 1.5 for us to join the flake to the upper part and then use our crinoline to hem the down part of the gown. So everything gave us total of 55.18. So we are going to fold our fabric. We'll measure by the yardage. We are going to measure by the yardage 55.18 into 2 and then we'll show you. So from our calculation, we had to measure 55.18, but we took 50. Let's check it together. We have 55.18. What we folded there is 57 inches. So this 57 inches is into 2, first of all, by the yardage. 57 into 2, but the total length we have is 55.18. So after folding 57 into 2, we are going to place it on our table like this. So I will pick from this other tip here to form an angle at that edge. So I'll place it like this. This is how I'm placing it. This part you are seeing will become my zipper allowance. So I'll place it like this. So we are going to join this other part because this other part will not get to the total length, but this now one we have the total length. So the Ankara fabric is going to have a joining. So from the measurements, the width of cut that we calculated, we said the circumference is 40. We added 4 inches, which gave us 44. We divided this 44 by 3.14, which gave us 14.18. So this 14.18 we have, we are going to place our tape at this point and mark 14.18 all round. So 14.18 all round. So I'll place my tape like this. I'll mark 14.18. 14.18. 14.18. 14 and 8. I'll come this way, I'll mark 14 and 8. So this is 14 and 8 all around. So the next length we are going to take is the length of her total length minus the upper part. So her total length is 57 minus the upper part of 17 and a half, which gives us 39 and a half. So this 39 and a half will be the length of this flare we need. So we are going to place our tape from here and measure 39.5. So this is our 39.5. This 39.5. Remember we said we are adding 1 inch seam allowance. The 1 inch seam allowance we are adding, we are using half an inch to join the upper part to this flare. And we are using 1 inch to fold at the hem. So which gives us total of 41 inches. So I'm going to mark my 41 inches all around. Remember this other part is not enough. So after marking and cutting, we are going to join this one with the Ankara fabric to have the same length. So we are marking total length of 41 inches. I hope my explanation makes sense. So 41, I'll keep marking 41. Please, when you fold your fabric, make sure you use your pin to secure it too. If you're cutting on a small table like mine, make sure you secure it. So we are done marking. The next thing is for us to cut the flip out. So we are done. The next thing I'm going to do now, we are going to use the Ankara fabric to complete this other part. You can see from the video that this part is short, while here is long. This part now is having a total length. So we are going to take from here to join this other part. After joining, we open the point of the part that we joined and we'll iron it and show you. So this is the end. I decided to show this part as well. So this is the gown. We are going to use this other side that we cut out that has to do with this other side. This area, that's the edge we are going to use. We'll come to this edge here and then we'll place it like this. We'll use our pin to pin it all around. Just like this. So we are going to pin it down to this other side and bring it back to this place. Then after that we'll join and then we'll cut out the remaining excesses out to this length and press open it. So we are done joining the Ankara fabric at the downside. You can see the joining. So after joining, we had to arrange it very well to cut out the excesses. So after cutting out the excesses at the downside, it is time for us to fold our fabric and then start using our pattern to cut the front and the back panel. So we are done cutting both the front and the back and the flare. So it is time for us to cut the sleeve. So to cut the sleeve, we had to fold our fabric into 180 degrees plate to cut. We had to use the circumference of the armhole and then mark out the length to cut. So we cut two for it, one for the right and one for the left. Remember that the gown that we showed earlier is having a top pocket, so we had to slit the flare open to separate the front from the back and then cut the pocket that we are going to fix on top of it. And after that, we checked the fabric that was left, so we had to use the remaining fabric to cut a fitted sleeve, so that the sleeve we are going to fix on the gown is going to be two sleeves, a flare and a fitted one. So this is the upper part. As you can see, we are done. We've done the lining to the neckline. We'll fix our foreign hole. Then we'll fix our lining as well. This is the back side of it. We've turned our lining, instayed the material, turned our lining from the neck, imputed our darts, and joined the front and the back at the shoulder points. So the back and the front is here. As you can see, this is the back. This is the back, while the other side is the front. So what we are going to do now is, so this is the flare for the front. We have bias here. We are going to use this bias. Remember, we have the pockets here. So we use this bias to run the trimming around the pockets and to do the finishing around this area. The same thing we did for this pocket, that's exactly what we're going to do on this pocket all around. So after fixing the pockets for the front side, we are going to join it of the upper part. So this is how it is going to be. We are going to join it like this. After fixing the pockets, we are going to join it like this. So the front flare and the up flare will be joined together, while the back part here, we are going to join the back flare to it. Then after joining it, we are going to fix the sleeve. I will show you what we are going to do on the sleeve. So this is one part of the sleeve, the body sleeve. This is the flare sleeve. So what we are going to do for the flare sleeve, this flare is going to be on top like this. We're going to place it like this, and so it will attach the two together. This one is, the flare is a little bit longer, so we are going to place it a little bit for it to be equal with this one. We are going to sew it here. Then we are going to use our bias to pipe this and pipe this as well. We'll do that for the two sleeves before fixing it to the main gown. So after fixing it, we'll couple it and then we'll use cleanly to hem the down part. We'll bring it and show you. Fixing the sleeve, as you can see, this is the flare and the bodice. So this is the front side, the pockets, everything is neatly fixed. This is the back side, we'll fit the zip, we'll join it, we'll even couple this. And then for the downside, we use the crinoline to hem the downside. See how neat it is. And we added half lining to it. So we are done with this gown. So we are going to place it on the mannequin for you to see. See the beautiful gown we've made together. See how pretty it is on the mannequin. So if you find this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so that you will not miss out on any of our videos. And also feel free to go to the channel and watch our interesting tutorials on our channel. Remain blessed until I see you next. Bye.